After the Wolves won in Game 1, one GOAT commented, "LeBron old, Doncic trolled, Ants gold, Wolves in 5." But another GOAT countered with, "Just know the Lakers lost on purpose to make it Lakers in 5." These were just two of the many contradicting comments on our last episode on this series. However, Game 2 changed everything.
Smith is swinging around. Luka for three. Timeout, Minnesota.
I look at the bench. I know what's going to. I think my best second rush.
The following is a full tactical breakdown of this second battle between the Lakers and the Wolves, and the first set of adjustments we saw from both teams. All right, GOATs, today we've got an awesome sponsor, Prize Picks, the ultimate destination for daily fantasy sports. If you think you know ball and want to turn your pocket change into serious cash, then Prize Picks has you covered. Here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players, decide if they are going to have more or less on their projected stats, and boom, you're basically a sports stockbroker without the boring spreadsheets. And it's not just basketball. You can bet on baseball, MMA, golf. Heck, if they had competitive thumb wrestling, I'm sure they'd have that too. Sign up today at prizepicks.com or use code GOATED when you deposit $10. Play your first $5 and Prize Picks will hand you $50 instantly. Whether you win or lose, let's get paid. After losing Game 1 and Ant completely disrespecting the Lakers' entire fan base, the Lakers' starting lineup came into the game with revenge on their mind. Immediately, you could see improved ball pressure from the Lakers, an adjustment from Game 1. McDaniels started us off by dusting Braun with a change of direction and banking one in on the Luka step-up.
Over Doncic, off glass for 2.
LeBron, who had struggled in Game 1, started the game targeting Gobert in drop.
Anywhere. Here's LeBron. He's going to lob it under to Hayes, and he lays it up and in.
Nice patience by LeBron. He was going at a snail's pace, waiting.
With Minnesota switching the Conley-Randle DHO, Randle got the step on Rui with no help down low.
Randle driving at Hachimura.
Ant's laissez-faire attempt at fighting over the screen gave Luka the daylight he needed to rob the wide-open bank.
That's a bank shot from distance, and Doncic cans it.
Not a lot of players can make this pass right on target over the defense.
They're noisy to start this one. LeBron underneath, great pass. He scores.
Wow, little recognition as LeBron ran down quickly.
On Rudy's ball screens for Ant, the game plan was a hard hedge by Hayes, while Reeves recovered for the X-out switch, followed by 0 airspace for shooters. The bet was that if you put 2 on the ball on Ant all game, his decision-making won't stand up over 48 minutes.
7 teams that LeBron had not played against. That's not a good shot by Randle. Good defense by Rui and the Lakers.
Every time Luka got the Rudy mismatch, it was Europe on Europe violence. With LA planning to blitz or hedge all Ant ball screens, Rudy started slipping to give Ant room to attack without introducing that second defender on ball.
Edwards, hard drive, draws the foul, and it'll be Edwards going to the free throw line for Minnesota.
The whole point of top blocking is to keep the targeted player from getting the ball, but poor technique from McDaniels meant that Luka had the advantage right on the catch.
Doncic double.
With the Wolves now avoiding pick and rolls for Ant, LA's point of attack defenders needed to be solid and stay in front on an island, but Randle was able to bail out his team from distance.
Toss out to Randle. Randle working on James. Step back 3. Got it. Lakers just zoning up right there.
Crisp switches, good ball pressure, and forcing the offense to take tough off-balance twos.
With the defense there from Doncic. Now Randle with the clock winding down. Nothing really going here on this possession. That's a tough shot.
Hounding players on ball while fronting and making every entry as difficult as possible, being a pest at the point of attack while trusting your backline help, and of course punishing the defense with unrelenting pace.
Here's Reeves into a couple defenders, the pitch to Vincent for 3.
Unfortunately, Rui took one to the face and had to go back to the locker room.
Hit in the face.
He did.
That split there by Naz Reid.
Daniels is going to check out. Hachimura is going to go right to the Laker locker room.
Much like Rudy, Randle couldn't do anything with Luka in space.
37 for Doncic. Game 1 to the hole. just glides for two. He's got a quick 11.
And with Bron's jumper falling,
In the middle, which hurt their seating. LeBron, nearly traveled, stayed with that pivot foot, and he hits the mid-range.
everything was going well for LA.
Cutting Dorian Finney-Smith, they swing it around. Luka for three. Timeout, Minnesota. Doncic with 14 first-quarter points.
Fortunately for the Wolves, Dorian Finney-Smith prioritizing the Randle mismatch opened the skip pass for Ant to stop the bleeding.
Sidestep into a three, money.
But Reeves, who had also struggled in Game 1, took back his role as LA's third most important playmaker seriously.
Reeves, start, stop, go, underneath, put it up and in! Around Alexander Walker.
And the boys were off to the races.
Down the lane, off the side, Finney-Smith.
Hey, after the shot, I look at the bench. I know who's going to. I think my best set is rush.
34-15, a 19-point lead for LA after the first quarter. The Lakers had dictated the terms of engagement in the first, and they weren't exactly in the mood to renegotiate. They were still very active defensively switching off ball, but all that movement created the gap for Randle to attack downhill.
Randle right to the rack.
Get past the old man. Go right by him.
Minnesota needed an attitude adjustment, and Naz Reid was the man for the job to light up a fire under his team. With the Lakers switching on the pin down, McDaniels countered by backdooring Gabe.
McDaniels getting up, can't finish, but put it back up and in.
And on the other side of the court, Reeves countered the hedge with a behind-the-back split to dust the old man.
Behind the back, Austin stops, shoots, scores!
That's more like the Austin Reeves we've seen throughout this season.
Meanwhile, the Wolves' aggressiveness was now working against them.
Reed's got 3 fouls. 3 fouls on Naz Reid.
And 3 fouls on Dante DiVincenzo.
And with Reid accumulating fouls, JJ went straight predator mode and dragged him into every pick and roll possible.
Game number 3 on Friday for you. LeBron! String music from mid-range.
Seeing the Lakers daring him with single coverage, Randle decided to take Reeves to church in the post.
Randle. Nice fadeaway. Julius is on a roll. He's got 9.
Finch had left Reed in, which was bold, but regret came quick.
Conley the other way. Down goes Reeves. Reeves just picked up his 4th. 4 fouls on Naz Reid.
Well, that was a gamble move by Finch, leaving Naz Reid on the floor with those 3 fouls. And it didn't pay off.
Which meant it was Gobert time, way earlier than planned. On the delayed double drag for Conley, JJ had the team switching everything. And with Luka getting beat, Finney-Smith was the help with Doncic peel switching to box out Rudy. Off the LeBron backscreen for Reeves, Randle got a little distracted by the cut and LeBron cashed in.
LeBron James 3.
Listen, LeBron was out here 3 hours before tip. No one else in the building working on that very shot.
To make matters worse, Luka kept punishing the Wolves for not sending help by stopping on a dime to Cook McDaniels.
Maybe their best defender. No problem.
Well, he gets a little separation, and then that fallback, high arcer, right to the bottom.
18 first half points for the dime.
And when Gobert got switched on him again, PTSD.
Again has Gobert. They're hunting him. Doncic will dance, lean, fire, and hit.
Not right. And gave him the Larry Bird fake.
With Goodwin on Randle, Ant sank to the left corner to draw the help so the two could fight off in this bar fight of a mismatch. Gabe's off-ball screen for Bron generated enough breathing space to launch off the curl.
Cutting towards the basket, now stopping, hitting on the turnaround. This time drifting to the right a little bit. It's a little bit different for LeBron.
LeBron is absolutely in a groove right now.
But if we're being honest, Randle was doing all the heavy lifting for Minnesota.
Randle on the drive, the Euro, put it up and in. Tough hoop, Julius Randle.
He has been unafraid in this game.
McDaniels' defense was commendable, but then the magician deceived him with a sleight of hand.
Look away, scoop, and Finney-Smith is there. What a feed by Doncic.
The Lakers' zone was suffocating the Wolves, forcing them into late clock situations. But mismatched, Edwards was finding his rhythm downhill.
On the drive, through the defense, got it in with the left. Edwards spinning, Step through, rises and scores. Back-to-back field goals for Minnesota. They get it under 20.
LeBron wasn't forcing shots either. He was playing facilitator.
Nice pass, LeBron. Good position. Reeves retrieves it. Inside for James. The cutting Hachimura! Another great feed by LeBron.
Edwards did get one more slash to the cup late, attacking that Lakers zone. But make no mistake, the Lakers were in control, up 15 at the half. Going into the third, Luka was imploring his team not to relax.
No, don't relax, man. We gotta play like this 48 minutes, yo. Come on.
However, he immediately gambled for a steal on Randall, and Ant had his prize picks moment of the game.
Hachimura wearing another kind of mask. Here Edwards! He took it in hot knife! Oh, he got up there! Woo, wow!
With Rui guarding Ant on the wing, Luka was strong side zoning to load up on him, and Randall, who was the release valve at the top of the key, got met by the defensively engaged 40-year-old at the summit.
Pocket 4. Kicked out. Shot clock at 2. Edwards has got to throw up a long shot because
The defense from LA was nauseating for Minnesota.
No, don't relax, man. We gotta play like this 48 minutes, yo. Come on.
Facing a huge deficit, Minnesota started digging in on defense.
Rudy swats it away.
But sometimes good defense just goes up against better offense.
Gobert will defend. Austin Reeves. Pretty play.
Ant had the answer to silence the crowd.
Steals 3. Edwards bucket. Nice shot outside.
And with LeBron dying while trying to front the post, the Red Sea parted and Ant took advantage.
Edwards drives, twirls with a circus shot across the lane. Puts it up, exploding for the 2.
With the Wolves now in a zone, LA tried to spread them out with the pass. But having Luka as a backup if the initial action doesn't work is just unfair.
Into that zone, shooting Doncic off the glass.
Seeing Luka isolated on Rudy, Finney Smith lifted from the corner to the wing to give him a better passing angle.
Dorian Finney-Smith with a 3.
And after getting the switch off the ball screen, Luka saw nothing but food on the Randall mismatch.
Little handle, scooping and scoring inside.
Defensively, the dominance of this Laker defense continued giving the Wolves migraines.
Fake, Hachimura will fly by. It's Reed, hard to the hole. And met by a couple.
Coming off the Rui ball screen, Luka rewarded the roller after drawing 2 to the ball.
Nice feed, Hachimura cuts and scores. Luka with a great pass inside.
With the Wolves needing all the help they could get, Dante answered the call.
Across the lane, up high for Rudy Gobert. And the fast break, it's off to DiVincenzo with a nice assist from Alexander Walker on the break with great.
And Minnesota started getting some success in the paint.
Edwards will drive. A crash into Dorian Finney-Smith, and he gets it to fall.
However, it was only a drop in the bucket against this Laker avalanche.
Keep going into a dance. Reeves, oh, he just beat him off the dribble. Just beat Nas right off the dribble.
After haunting the Lakers from deep in Game 1, Reed finally woke up in Game 2. And to start the fourth, he cashed in his first 3.
Jousting with Vanderbilt, corner 3, Reed cut.
And he wasn't just parking outside either. Big man took it straight at LeBron.
Trying to get in, LeBron stays with them. Oh, gonna be a goaltend.
Meanwhile, Gabe got caught snoozing, but he bounced right back to erase his mistake.
And it's Finney-Smith. Getting away that time from Vincent.
Then came a busted switch off the baseline out of bounds, and Randall made the Lakers pay with a dime to Alexander Walker sneaking baseline.
Inside, Alexander Walker. He learned that time.
LA kept making egregious errors on the off-ball switch coverage, leaving Randall completely wide open. Just like that, a 22-point cushion was shaved to 9.
McDaniels, no! Inside fighting, grappling, shot card! And it's down to single digits.
With the Lakers scoreless for almost 3 minutes, JJ had to burn a timeout. And that's when Braun said, enough, and barreled straight to the rim to end the 10 straight missed field goals drought.
In flight!
Gobert found himself on an island again, and Reeves took him one-on-one and worked him like it was a ball-handling drill.
Once again, it's Gobert out there with a little man, and it's Gobert getting beat to the basket by Austin Reeves.
Yeah, they can't isolate Rudy Gobert.
With Randall given no breathing room at the rim, he kicked it to Reed in the corner, and Reed fumbled his way to winning against the closeout.
Out to Reed. Reed nearly lost the handle. Big Jelly with the swish.
Still, for the Wolves, it was one step forward, 2 steps back due to turnovers.
On the move. LeBron stole the ball. James with the ball. Pyle drives inside. What a play by LeBron. The steal and the 2.
The self-destruct button wasn't bothering anybody, but Minnesota just couldn't help themselves.
McDaniels drives the crash. The offensive foul.
Luka saw the opening and slammed the door shut.
And Doncic will drive into Edwards. Got it. 31 for Luka Doncic.
Ball game, 94-85. LA tied the series at 1-1 behind a dominant defensive performance and great adjustments from JJ. So who's right, the Wolves in 5 or the Lakers in 5 squad?